Comms, communication. This is your next video in your Pack Day module. Now, communication is one of the key aspects that is graded and looked at on the day. So, try to keep these videos as short as I can. So we're just going to cover off the main points that I believe that you need to know about and be aware of. So, there's a couple of things that they're going to be looking for on the day. First of all, it's the leadership part of the day when you're put in a position to lead the group. How do you communicate during that time? So some key things to think about. You want to be asking people for their input, for their feedback, for their take on things, their ideas. A good leader always, includes the group around them, but also you're decisive and you're going to make decisions as well. So you're going to be clear on your communication. Cool, I want to go with John's idea. Okay, or no, actually, no, I'm pretty happy with how I want to run it. Let's go. Cool. So and so do this. So and so do that. So and so do this, and you're clear on your communication. But to start things off, to highlight your communication skills is to then first of all ask anyone for their ideas. What have you done this before? Any previous experience? Blah 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 blah. So leadership and your communication as a leader is super important, and it's something that's going to be watched. Now, when it comes to being a part of the team, when you're not the leader, your communication is more on the style of then offering the idea. So if you've got a really good idea, okay, and the leader asks you, hey, number 10, what do you think it's going to be? All right, you're going to be like, okay, cool, I've done this before, or here's my idea. So if you've been asked to offer up and contribute, which is what you want to be doing anyway, you want to be contributing to the group, you put that idea out, okay, and it's nice and clear and it's nice and concise. It's all about offering what you can offer, okay, what do you offer to the group, okay, and communicating that across. Now, during all of this group stuff, okay, all of these things, the fitness side of things, you also want to be supportive and encouraging, okay, and you want to be, you don't want to be brash, you don't want to be an asshole, you don't want to bully, you don't want to be overpowering, okay, with your communication. So if you're doing a task and something's not going right, you're not going to lose the plot. You're not going to start yelling at someone because they're not doing something right. You're just going to be like, hey, number 10, can you pass me this? Or, hey, watch your foot, whatever it might be. You are encouraging, you're supportive, and you're thinking about the team. Okay, you're not going to go, you're not going to go off because someone's not doing something right or someone messed something up. Okay, that's not what they're looking for, and it's not how we operate, okay, on the fire ground or at incidents when you do become a firefighter. So keep that in mind. Okay, your communication during those sessions is super important. Alongside of that, there is the individual or peer tasks that you need to think, you need to think about your communication for. So when it comes to, there's going to be a task that you're going to have to do, and it's going to be about, you're going to have about 30 seconds or so to have a bit of a look at the setup. Now the setup is, and we'll probably you probably get this covered off again at some point. You may have already seen this, but you're going to have nuts and bolts, or nuts and washers on a double two-sided sort of setup, and you're going to have to take them off, and there's going to be shapes on this board, okay. And aside from that, the thing with this task is that you're going to be doing it in pairs of 2, and they're going to tell you you can have a look at around. Okay, you're going to have a look around, and you've got 30 seconds to look. And that's all they're going to say. They're not going to say you can't make a plan or whatever it might be. So make a plan with this one, but I'll talk more about this again under one of the other videos, which you may have already seen or still to see. Now, the key is have a plan. This is the communication side of things. Be clear and concise with what it is that you want to do. Okay, you have clear orders, all right, and you make sure that you both understand them. Don't overcomplicate things, all right. When you're looking at this certain task, okay, there's going to be certain things you want to do. You want to have the nuts on one pile, the washers in another pile, and the shapes sort of laid out maybe on the floor in the same sort of shape as or pattern as they were on the board. Okay, again, this will be covered off again for reinforcement, but you want to make sure you're clear and concise. Okay, bolts on the left, washers on, or nuts on the left, washers on the right. Okay, and the shapes laid out like they would be on the board themselves. All right, and when you're done, put your hands on top of the the pieces of ply or the contraption that you're using. Clear and concise. Use the time. They're not going to say you can't, but they're also not going to say you can. So just do it. If you get told off, who cares? All right, you're going to have to push the boundaries. You're going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to just go with what you've been given. And if they're not giving you anything, just do what you want to a certain extent. Okay, they're going to tell you you can't do that or you can't do this. All right, so that's the main thing that I want to get across to you. Okay, you want to be supportive. You want to have clear and concise communication as a leader. You want to involve people in your decision making when you're a leader, and be clear with your communication there. Okay, when they put you on the spot and they say no one else can talk apart from you, you talk. Okay, express your thoughts and ideas. All right, that you're having. That's what I want to look for. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It does not matter. If you just stay a mute, it's going to turn to shit. And the thing that I want to leave with you last, which I've potentially already talked about, is to not be shy. Okay, some people are going to be introverted, some people are going to be extroverted, some people are going to want to take charge, and some people aren't. All right. Take every opportunity that you can to talk, to meet people, and all these things. Like the speech, etc. It's your opportunity to show what you have. So communication is huge. Okay, and that overlaps into teamwork, and that overlaps into being supportive, and that overlaps into leadership as well.